I hear about a DC reboot of all of their comic books. What do you guys think of this?
Well, let me tell you. Okay, first of all, DC is relaunching all of their main superhero comics. There's going to be 52 new #1s. They're restarting everything over, including Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, all of them. Action comics, Detective Comics, all starting over from #1. Yeah. So a lot of people are pissed off. My first instinct, my first reaction was, see you later, DC. I don't need to buy your comics anymore because you are accommodating collectors and speculators, not readers. But to be honest, the more I hear about it, I'm kind of getting excited because it's a chance for them to have a fresh start.
So if anything they need to focus on is distribution strategies. They need to get it back to the kids, those groups. You can keep the generations going, then get them into the comic book store. That's the biggest problem. So I can't believe that they say issue 895 is the reason that a kid's not reading a comic book.
It's not, and none of this is going to address that, though.
No.
It's diamond distribution is the problem. And this gimmick, because that's exactly what it is, let's call it for what it is, it's yet another gimmick by DC. It's not going to draw one new reader in. Nobody's going to be sitting at home thinking, oh, if only Batman was at #1, boy, I'd rush right into that comic shop. No one. This is geared to the fanboys, again, who are already, you're catering to a captive market. You're hitting your target market with this again. It's not broadening the appeal. Yes, DC, they get their names in the paper again. They get free publicity, much like Marvel did with the death of this character, the death of this character, Superman, Captain America, etc., etc. It's a gimmick that'll boost sales for a short period of time, and when they level off, they'll renumber the books again, and we'll all be thinking, oh, that #1's not going to be worth anything, and all the speculators will be out again, and no new readers will be gained.
Do you think in their effort to gain new buyers and new readers, they're going to lose a core group of buyers and readers that are angry and upset with this?
Yeah.
This new
I think it'll be a
launch?
wash. I really do. I really do. For as many as you might gain that might buy a book that they didn't, I think you're going to alienate just as many. I really do.
And what's happened over the years, the last 20 years since the speculator market came in, is you've lost so many comic book fans and collectors. They're tired of it. And you're not getting new people, so it's just dwindling and dwindling.
Yeah. It's all about getting the comics into the hands of kids without going to the comic store. I shouldn't have to go to a comic store to get a comic book. That's the problem.
If you've never read a Superman comic, would you be more enticed to read it just because it was a #1 rather than an 800? Does it matter to you?
I see, for me personally, I like to start at the beginning of things, but if it's a renewal of, like if it's a new beginning, so to speak, then I don't know if I would be really into that, simply because I would want to go back to the original start.
The original beginning.
Yeah, if only there was like a back issue where you could go and read other tales. Oh, wait a minute, there's like 1,000 of them out there.
Okay, let me ask you this. Kevin, what was your first issue of Spider-Man?
It was actually Peter Parker's Spectacular Spider-Man 129.
Okay, Spidey.
It was a Marvel Tales. I can't tell you the number, but he's on a wall and the spotlight is shining on him.
I know exactly which one you mean, but my first issue was issue 225. I didn't even think, wow, I can't buy this, I need to get #1. I picked up 225 and went right forward from there, so.
In essence, what I'm getting from you guys is that the relaunch, revamp is not going to have the result that they need.
I think the new costumes, the revised origins, the making the characters younger, that will help a lot. But the renumbering, it'll come and go. It'll be another phase. We'll forget about it. In 2 years, they'll put Action Detective right back at the old numbering, so it won't last.
No, to use a wrestling term there, it'll get a minor pop, and then that'll be it. It'll just fizzle out like most of the gimmicks do. 6 months from now, person on the street won't remember anything about it again.
Yeah, I hope it's successful. This is really a chance to do it right. But I'm cynical because I've seen what's happened in the last 20 years, and it'll be a huge mistake. It could be a huge mistake.
He's going to buy 5 of each, but it'll be a huge mistake.
Hi, we're here again at the Chicago Con. We're here with Aunt Lucia.
Lucia.
Wondering if you would maybe recommend an artist or a book for our readers.
If I was going to recommend a book, it would be Blackjack by Antidote Comics.
Are you doing the work inside, like the
storytelling
and the?
I have a writer that's done the story on it.
You're doing all the panels and backgrounds.
Yeah, I do all the coloring, the penciling, and the covers.
If you were living in the 19th century, do you think your art would be considered fine art?
Gosh, I doubt it.
It'll land more in the pornography.
Right, I think I'd be maybe burned at the stake. I don't know. Comic Book Syndicate, assemble.